Hello everyone, today I will bring you a BL Thai drama. I promised you the Moon Season 2. That day, their flourishing cape at sunset, hug while crying, confirmed the relationship. That summer vacation, they hold hands, laughing and joking, let the bodies sink into the sand, let the sea wash over their bodies. They feel uneasy, impatiently looking forward to college life. In this dark night, on this breezy seaside, stealing the forbidden fruit. A month later, university start day. Brother and mother send him to Bangkok. When we are about to part, mother reluctant to send son off. Delta after tidying up. Osbart who came first on the flyover. The joy of being married is beyond words. They sprinkle dog food in the crowd. Kiss in the aquarium. Make a wish under the billboard. Seems to have mother's approval. Other people's eyes don't matter at all. They can freely release. The morning sun slanted into the house through the gaps in the shutters, shining warmly on Osbart's face. He looked at the big boy lying beside him. Softly say thank you. Today is the first day of classes at Delta. He is busy preparing, but still late. He's like a fish in water, quickly adapted to this new environment. He not only saw the idol, also joined the Ideal Club. But where Osbart lives, it's too far away from his school. Get up from 7 to 5 o'clock. A lot of time is spent on commuting every day. But even so, he is also willing, but he is not willing to work so hard. Persuade him to live in the school dormitory.
เอางั้นเหรอถ้ากูไม่ไหวเดี๋ยวกูมาหามึงเอง
Osbart's thoughtfulness is exchanged for daily loneliness. He looked at the empty room. Does he regret that he is too sensible? Metropolis under the lights of thousands of houses. How many people are like him, survive the nights of solitude with waiting and faith? Fortunately, he quickly found a new friend. The appearance of F4 allows him to feel the pain of homesickness. It also gave him a warm light in this cold city. Delta and Osbart spend less and less time together, not for studying, just on the way to rehearse the drama. He thought the curtain of the drama had fallen. Osbart will be holding flowers to celebrate his return, but new things come one after another. He can only be lonely, into the warmth of F4 with flowers that have nowhere to place. Dance to sorrow, play out loneliness with alcohol. The waves of their emotions, quickly overshadowed by the variety of life in college. Delta got to know the senior sister who had been defeated repeatedly at school. Brother who wants to learn everything. They're positive. It also drives Delta to work hard towards the goal. And Osbart's life is not satisfactory. He was frustrated by being at the bottom of the acting class. He can answer questions about advertising and marketing fluently, plus being accused of lack of masculinity during the audition. Let him give birth to the idea of wanting to change departments.
กูอยากย้ายภาคกูให้เหมาะกับการเป็นนักแสดง
Osbart told Delta his idea. Delta is surprised. From childhood Osbart in his eyes. It's the one who fights. Now I got it but I have to give it up. The promise under the billboard is still vivid in my memory. Now it's just him sighing, alone with billboards. At a dinner table, Delta vents her emotions with all kinds of thoughts. A violent quarrel erupted between the two. Delta loves Osbart who is like him, and now Osbart. Delta should not be so in love. He gave up his place for him, and Osbart easily transferred, made Delta feel abandoned. At my sister's graduation ceremony, Delta hopes that there is someone who can believe in the power that enables him to go forward and follow. But the reality is cruel. With the graduation of senior sister, she also wants to be a stewardess to get a steady income. Delta, who is disturbed by the world, doesn't understand. Senior sister told him, her pure efforts for the ideal are admirable, but life has many unavoidable. Osbart realizes that he has no talent, and she has to make money to support her family. Who doesn't want to do what they like? Who doesn't want to fulfill their ideals? But what life brings us, it's just one blow after another. It's just a trivial matter. Delta can't figure this out. He ran away disappointed. In the end it was Osbart who found him. Delta unleashes her softer side in front of him. Heal the wounds between them.
กูจะรักมึงเหมือนเดิมมึงอย่าคิดว่ากูจะทิ้งไปอีกได้ไหม
We hug each other affectionately again under the moonlight. Time is moving forward. Delta has a quiet time with Osbart. Change continues underscore. Like Osbart asking his family for money to buy a car, such as Osbart's eye-catching new shape. However, Their biggest change is that they don't talk openly about their hearts anymore. Instead, jot it down and give it to strangers to critique. The troika of the spirit world of Delta. With Aspard's transfer, after graduation, I will become a stewardess. Only one left now. That's brother. Good thing he's just as persistent as Delta. Just as hard as you can to make your dreams come true, even at the expense of some extraordinary means. Starring in his work as a writer-director, but the most important link is always unable to enter the state. Brother, tell him a play. Take him to a play to find inspiration. Revisit with him, unconsciously, Delta to this man with a story, no longer just worship. And he took advantage of this, inspiring his acting ability with hugging kisses. Works great. Aspard sees all this. Delta told him it was just a show without real feelings. Ka told him it was a way of telling a show. No real feelings. Aspard himself only wants to believe that he still loves him. The official performance was a success. Aspard still celebrates with flowers. They laughed like nothing happened. At the celebration banquet, Delta's eyes are always on Ka. He couldn't tell whether it was on screen or off screen. Ka's withdrawal made Delta feel helpless and disappointed. Aspard totally broke down. He can't lie to himself anymore, because Delta used to look like that. Saw Aspard countless times. He knows what that look means, and now that look no longer belongs to him.
อ้อนคุยอ้อนคุยอะไรอีกอ่ะมึงแค่โง่มากเหรอ
The petals all over the ground are like feelings scattered all over the ground. No matter how much you cry, it's your own fault. The Ka who is watching coldly from a distance, he just found out that only Aspard is love. But it's hard to close a broken mirror if it's covered with water. He holds a bouquet of petals. He also understands that it is extremely difficult to be as good as before. So what can I do? He can't turn back time. There can be no water of forgetfulness. They can only use time to heal the wound. Fill your life with career and friends. Separated, they are both growing. By chance, they reunite at Aspard's company. This unexpected meeting, let them all let go of the past. They are just friends. You can also chat easily and happily. Delta invites Aspard to watch his graduation play. Aspard in the play saw them meet for the first time as teenagers. I have seen the friendship that I have no time to form. He also seems to have seen Aspard's persistent heart. He went to Base for answers. Base told him that throwing in the towel or not is not the point. Like it or not is the key. Aspard looks at the incoming message on his phone, thinking back to the past bit by bit. Unknowingly, tears ran down my cheeks and wet my clothes. There is no winning or losing in love. Both Delta and Aspard lost to each other. Delta's brother's wedding by the sea. Aspard eventually came to attend, also lucky enough to get the bride's bouquet. Delta looks melancholy at the distance by the sea. Aspard walked up to him with a bouquet. Time flies. They will grow up. They will grow old. They're not who they were when they first fell in love, but no one can replace their place in each other's lives. He still wants to see him every day. He still wants to know if he's doing well. They don't need those vows. They don't have to be obsessed with everything being the same. As long as they can be together, open up to each other, resolve conflicts together, never give up, they can walk hand in hand step by step.
จะเอาไหม
The sea breeze blows the leaves, waves sweeping the beach. There are two of them who are no longer teenagers, kissing passionately there. The story ends here. If you ask me what love is, I can't explain it either. I can only say that there is not only specificity and romance in love, and understand and let go. I hope to meet a dedicated person, can spend the rest of my life romantically. He made a mistake, you can understand. He also let himself go. Delta and Aspard loved so passionately when they were young. Silence burns all, but the fading of ambition is just looking for answers in reality. Delta, from a single-parent family, yearns for success. Dreams from childhood to adulthood have never changed. Aspard worked with his colleagues. Senior sister's repeated defeats. Brother Ka's hard work. The Troika is the spiritual pillar of Delta. When his spiritual pillar is crumbling, it was Ka who gave him the last light. He grabs at the straw. but he couldn't tell whether it was love or worship. I don't know if it's on or off the screen. He is lost in the ideal that is too persistent. Finally made an irreparable mistake. In love, it's just you pushing me in. The process of pulling back and forth. No forgiveness, no tolerance. It's just that simple people take tea to cool down and it can't solve the problem. Man is not a machine, no matter who operates it. It is the series of programs. Cutting off the power supply will not save the slightest bit. It is impossible for people to divide. You will remember him. Your memories are still there. Osbart forgave Delta. They hold hands towards tomorrow. Maybe cheating will happen again, but before that they were happy. Maybe you can forgive that one of yours once. Give him a chance. Give yourself a chance too. This is also letting go of the self that bears it. Who doesn't want to be a couple for life? But after all, it still can't reach the reality. In the end, life is nothing but a half dream, half awake, half floating life. Today's story ends here. Friends who like must support a lot. Leave your feelings in the comment area. We'll see you next time.